Manga-Waido.
My name is Shoma Eito. My parents gave me a cool name, but I'm sorry to say that I'm all bones and no muscles. And I've got a gloomy personality.
Both your father and your brother have strong bodies.
Well, he's healthy, so it's alright. I'm sure he'll start to get muscle sometime soon. We got along as a family, but I always felt like an outsider for being so skinny among my family members, because they were all strongly built. Whenever I was invited to a camp or a barbecue, I told them no thanks, and spent my time in my room. When I entered junior high school, the other boys grew taller and taller, while I became the shortest in the class. Especially this boy I knew since elementary school, Daiki. He grew 20 centimeters in just 1 year. He started calling me a shorty because he prided himself in his height. Ouch! Look where you're going!
Sorry, I couldn't see you because you're so short. Why don't you grow taller if you want people to be able to see you?
Even though I was short, it was fortunate of me that I was good at academics. There were many classmates who came to ask me for help with their studies. I was able to make friends with those people, so I wasn't alone. But after I entered high school, things were getting more difficult. Unfortunately, Daiki entered the same high school as me. He'd gotten in through his achievements in sports.
Oh, we're in the same class again. Nice.
Yeah. Right.
What? What did you say? I can't hear you. Why can't you speak properly, you gloomy skinny boy?
Ah! Stop hitting me every time!
Wow, scary, scary. The bean sprout got angry.
I was very skinny, and with Daiki bullying me like that from the start, my classmates didn't want to associate themselves with me, and I became isolated. Daiki took every opportunity to bully me for having a gloomy personality.
Hey Shoma, you look similar to this comedian. Why don't you do a stand-up act?
No way. I don't even know this comedian.
What? You don't even watch TV? What do you do at home? You probably spend all your time in your room playing computer games, or maybe you're reading those erotic comic books, or what? Yikes! What a nerd!
My classmates didn't seem to want to get involved in all this, because they were always looking at me as if to say, too bad that you have to put up with that. Things really sucked. In order to avoid Daiki as much as possible, I spent all the break times in the library or at the back of the school, and somehow I managed to deal with my situation. But one day, I happened to be assigned to cleaning duties with one of Daiki's friends, Rina. It would have been fine if nothing had happened, but that day, the textbooks had arrived, and our teacher asked us to carry them to the teacher's room.
Hey, can't you hold that? Wait, you can't carry that?
Sorry, I'm going to go borrow a trolley, so go ahead without me.
How miserable is that? That's why Daiki looks down on you. If you were a guy, don't you think that you ought to work out for something?
I can't do anything about it. I'm always a skinny, weak guy, alright? Leave me alone.
You say such a thing without making any effort at all. That's why people make fun of you. You are such a loser. I hate guys like you.
The way she looked at me was clear. She really thought I was a loser. Jeez. I wish that I also was strongly built like my dad and my brother. It's not that I like being skinny at all. While I thought that, it didn't occur to me to work out. My body had always been built this way. Nothing would change even if I tried to do something about it now. At least, that's what I thought. But then, something happened that made me open my eyes. Unbelievable! Those stomach muscles are incredible! I thought he was just a skinny guy like me! A comic book artist that I admired was talking on TV about how his hobby was muscle training and that he can't draw without physical power. He was showing his six-pack abs in front of the TV cameras. At first glance, he looked like a skinny guy like me. Actually, he's shorter than I am. So it's possible for such people to become machos if they work out. I was taken aback by this, but at the same time, I was able to actually imagine how I could work out and thought I would like to try it. I thought that maybe I could do it. Hey bro! I want to become like him too! Could you teach me how I could train my body to be like his? Whoa, what makes you say that so suddenly? But yeah, you finally got motivation. Alright then, I'll introduce you to a good place. My older brother, who was now a university student, grinned and took me somewhere. Boxing gym? My brother introduced me right away to Mr. Goda, the trainer there. Mr. Goda, this is my younger brother. He says that he wants to build up his body. Could you help him out? Nice to meet you. My name is Shoma Eto. I see. I'm sure I can do something about that. Thank you very much. I'll pay for his membership fee. Shoma, when you go to college, you can pay me back when you get yourself a part-time job. You can also pay me back when you start earning good money. Thanks, bro. I'll do my best. Alright then, no time to waste. Let's begin right away. Yes, thank you very much. That's how my training at the boxing gym started. To be honest, it was really tough at the beginning. I thought, I want to go home, and I can't take this anymore, every day. I was not getting any muscles. In fact, I lost my appetite and lost some weight for a moment. But Mr. Goda was a great trainer, and when I thought of my brother, who was paying for my membership fee, I knew I had to do my best. My summer vacation is going to begin soon. Would it be alright if I come here every day? Sure, no problem. The training that I had found to be terribly hard in the beginning became easier as I came to do it every day. I gradually started to feel uncomfortable when I didn't train every day. My family also supported me, as I finally began to show an interest in sports. My mother made me well-balanced meals every day. That's how I came to spend most of my summer vacation at the gym. There were many university students and working adults coming to the gym. During breaks and after training, they helped me with homework, so I was able to finish on time. At the gym, nobody calls me a skinny boy. Nobody makes fun of me either. In fact, most people would say, "Hey, you're doing great," or "You're starting to get good muscles there," and praised me. I began to think, I should have come here earlier if I knew how fun it was. Then, I could see a bit of my abdominal muscles during the latter half of my summer vacation.
Uncle Goda! I brought you some vegetables we got from our relatives. Mom told me to bring them to you.
Ooh, Rina! Thanks! What? Rina?
What? Shoma? What are you doing here?
I was working out as usual from the morning. Then came Rina, my classmate. She was known as the Wild Beauty. Previously, she had called me miserable, and I could feel cold sweat running down my back as my memories came back. But Rina stared at me for a while. And then...
Oh wow, you were working out here. It looks great. You're starting to get your abdominal muscles.
Oh yeah, that's right. I didn't like Daiki and the others making fun of me.
It's incredible that you were able to build up your body like this in such a short amount of time, considering how skinny you were.
Shoma's fantastic! He comes here every day and stays here from morning to evening. He's working harder than anybody else here.
I see. Well, I find guys who work hard to be pretty cool. Good luck! Thanks. I felt myself blushing when Rina smiled at me. Some university students nearby were grinning at me. Later, I heard from Mr. Goda that Rina is his niece. Apparently, because Rina grew up seeing many strong guys here, she doesn't like skinny and weak guys. I guess that's why she was so cold to me back when I looked so miserable to her. After that, I continued to go to the gym every day. Then the new semester began. When I was cleaning the school gym, Daiki came up to me as if he had found a toy to play with.
Hey! You're like a bean sprout, as usual. I went to Hawaii. Look at my well-tanned skin. Cool, isn't it?
When you and Shoma stand next to each other, it's like the board game Reverse Eye, black and white.
That's so funny. Hey, Shoma, why don't you flip yourself like that piece on the board game?
Because I had been working out indoors, I was able to get six-pack abs, but my skin was still white and looked gloomy. I worked out too, you know. I decided to answer back.
What do you mean, worked out? Oh, I get it. You mean you worked on becoming even more of a nerd, right?
You probably went to some event to get a lot of erotic comic books, didn't you? It fits your character.
Then, at that moment...
You! Take this, you gloomy boy!
Ah!
Rina, who'd been standing near Daiki, suddenly poured a bucket full of water on me. Daiki and his friends were saying,
Oh man, that's so funny! A girl poured water on Shoma! How sad!
and were laughing hard. But their voices became smaller.
What? Hey, you! What are those muscles?
The arms, too. Incredible. What the hell?
My clothes had gotten wet from the water Rina had poured on me. And as my clothes stuck to my skin, my six-pack abs and arm muscles had become visible.
Oh my god! I thought he was a gloomy, skinny guy! Shoma's got great muscles!
Rina's voice sounded a bit theatrical. Then my classmates started to gather around me and exclaimed,
Oh, wow. Cool, man.
one after the other. I see. Rina poured water on me on purpose. Then I need to do my part as well. I told you, didn't I? I worked out. I went to the boxing gym every day and received training under a professional.
Boxing? A professional trainer?
We can't have a boxing match at school, but if you come to the gym, I'll fight you anytime. Daiki, if you want to make fun of me, you can do that after you win the match. After I said all the words I had imagined myself saying over and over, I had cold sweat pouring out of me, out of embarrassment. What if people were to say, "What's that gloomy boy talking about?" I took a quick look at the people around me. My classmates were actually looking at me with eyes of admiration.
Shoma, it's incredible! I am so impressed. Can I touch your muscles?
What? Oh, sure. I want to get muscles, too.
Which gym did you go to?
Can you tell me?
I want to go there as well!
Oh, of course. I can introduce you to the gym. That's how I suddenly was promoted from being that gloomy boy to one of the most popular guys in class. To be honest, I felt kind of embarrassed being praised like that, and to be asked to show my muscles, that was also embarrassing. But I could see how Daiki was clenching his teeth from anger, so I felt great. After that, I introduced some of my classmates to the gym. Mr. Goda thanked me for bringing new members. As for Daiki, after our classes got changed in our second year, he found yet another weak student in his class to pick on. But then it turned out that this student's father was a lawyer, and it became a big scandal. Apparently, Daiki had charges of slander brought up against him. Daiki quit school during the fall semester of his second year. I guess he found it uncomfortable to continue coming to school. I felt a little sorry when I saw him leave with his head hanging low, but I guess he deserved it. Rina, thanks. You poured water on me on purpose that time, right?
I knew you were working hard. I thought it would be a waste not to let people see your muscles.
After that, I started going out with Rina, but that's another story. In any case, with Daiki gone, I was happy to be able to have a peaceful student life at last. I'll continue to work hard at the gym so that I can keep my body in shape. Mr. Goda, please continue to be my mentor.